Hey guys, welcome back to Safe Haven Valley Railroad. Today, in this video, I'm just going to be going over a review of something I bought. Um, I got a new lamp, desk lamp light, that's specifically more or less for like architects. It has 3 different light settings. It's not the best light from what I can see, but for my space, it actually illuminates my small area, and I'm going to be doing more better lighting when I get my space for layout. So what I want to point out is right now, I am using this lamp right here to light my work area, which is bright in itself, but I wanted to add to it to kind of give my eyes a little bit of a break. So I added this light right here to spread the light out. This is more focused. By far, this light is brighter than the new light. So right now, this is what this looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like with just my lamp. I'll turn the other lamp on. See that? See how the difference is? It adds a little more of a fluorescent LED light color. So that's the difference right there with the combined lighting. Now let me show you. I'm gonna turn off the small lamp and go through the features of this lamp. So that when you turn it on, it's automatically on the brightest setting. So I can dial down, and as you go down, it dims and then it turns off. You can't turn it back on, back up, but yes, until you turn it on. That is the soft white. On those phases. And then you cycle through. This is a blue light right here. This is the blue. This is the more of a bright white. There's the soft yellow, white, and the blue, and the white. And those are the phases that it goes through. It's got a move it over here so you can see it. It's got a swivel base that just attaches with a to a like a vise. There's a nut that holds the whole thing in, and it's on one of these coil things, spring things. The purpose for me buying this lamp was not because I wanted the top of the line, but I wanted to just add light to spread out more even. So I have this lamp that works, and I can move the base around, and I can just put it right above my workstation like that. And if I really want it more bright, I can add that. And if you can see, this little lamp brightens everything up brightly, but it adds a little bit of a glare to it. So this kind of settles it down a little bit, I guess you could say. So this allows me to just do what I need to do. So that's the review for this lamp and whatnot. But what I want to get into now, and that's the other thing I was going to show you. This here is my flexible, throw it this way. It is my flexible phone holder that holds my phone, that allows me to do it. This, and I can just pivot it and set my phone in it, and then adjust this, and allows me to leave it. And so that's what I put my phone into. And I can just have it right above my workstation. It's not the greatest by any means, I'll be honest. So, but anyway, now that I have this here, I like to have it in an angle so I can see my workbench. So now there, now I got it back to where I should have it. Okay. But now I moved it, it doesn't want to stay, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm at a spot that works. So right now, on top of all that little spiel of review of the light, I like it for my purpose. Again, this is not a top of the line. I paid like $40 for this light. It has 3 different settings, and it dims down. It's designed as to be an architectural light, a desk lamp. So the LED bright white that's on right now is really nice because it just allows me to just spread the light across my workbench versus just vocalizing it from one side or the other. See how it just, I'm only able to come down in this direction. Well, now it's across the whole area is lit up, and I can even do that. But anyway, I just like it. It works real well for the intention, but I have a much better lighting that I want to get. But again, I'm on a TV cart here. This is my workspace. I don't have a whole lot of space to really work with right now. So with that all said and done, let's get into the other part of this video. As you all know, I have started doing a kit bash with Mud Creek Models kits, Goober's Feed, and the Barn. But today I'm going to be going over in a minute colors, what I did to do it. But I wanted to show you how they all turned out. So before I do anything. So this is actually the Barn. And I got all the pieces all ready to go. They're all braced. The main walls here. I got the smaller pieces, which I will just glue together and paint and all that later, because they're being attached to the building. And I also have Goober's Feed, which is right here. And all its small pieces. So that's the Barn right there. Put those up there. And then I have this, now this is Goober's. Excuse me. Okay, so this is a little bit better view. I have everything braced. It's ready for the next step, which this week I'm going to be doing the corner posts, and the trim out of both kits are all going to be the same. So we'll go into colors here in just a second, but I wanted to show you how well these came out, and I got them all braced on the back. Some of them I went a little overboard with bracing, mainly because I wanted it sturdy, durable, and putting two kits together, I just wanted to give it a little more rigidity, so to speak. So with that, let's get into the colors. I will not be doing any of the I will be doing a couple of the pieces here. In fact, I'll be doing the barn here today, far as the first layer, and then I'm going to do the rest of them and mimic what I did, and show you how I did everything else. So, first things first. Where did I put that at? That's not the paper I'm looking for. Yep. Sorry, guys. My big arms got in the way. Okay. So, we'll get to this in a minute. But I wanted to go through my color selection. Kind of went through and did. I wanted a reddish brown color, and I went through and I found a color that works really good. So let me zoom in on this particular spot so you can see really up close what I'm talking about here. I don't need that for the moment, so we'll just move that out of the way. All right. So what I did is I started with a selection of colors. So on the end here is this right here. Oh, it's right in front of me. All right, so this color right here is a custom color, and it consists of to make it I used 14 drops burnt sienna and 3 drops Tuscan red, both from Americana. So 14 drops burnt sienna and 3 drops Tuscan red from Americana made that color. And then I just for kicks, I just took burnt sienna by itself to compare. And then I asked myself, well, what other colors do I have here that will work? Well, I did barn red right here. And out of all of them, I like barn red. So what did I do? Well, I chose barn red to be the color of all of the structures. So it's all gonna be one structure, so it's gonna be all the same color. So then I came up with, okay, so then what? Well, to get this, I use a stain, and I'm going to show this because this actually is really cool. This stain is actually pretty cool. I don't know if you can see under there, but I used the stain, which shows a little bit on this edge. Shows a little bit right here, and it shows through. So so I'm gonna go through this other piece over here real quick. These are my colors right here. That's right. So I used driftwood from Hunterline that I got from Frank, and I just went through the piece and I just weathered with driftwood. Then I dry brushed. I dry brushed layer after layer. I barely dabbed, and then I wiped off, and then I brushed to get this look for the red. And that's what the sample come out to be, and especially on this other piece right here. So, and you need a dry brush. And on this piece, I liked how the white, I'm going with a white trim, white windows and trim. So I am going to apply that over the driftwood as well. So everything's getting applied with driftwood, and then the color is going to be added over that. It's going to be white windows and trim and corner posts with this red here. Now on the white, I'll be honest, I'm aiming for more of a driftwood to show through than I am the white, and that's kind of the way I'm going. And I'm doing this with a dry brush technique on this build, not because for any particular reason other than the fact I am trying to improve at my dry brushing. Dry brushing is something that I've been really trying to work on. So with that, let's open up some of this Hunterline here. Let me back this screen out so you can all see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, let me get my brush that I'm going to be using today. And I have this is just a half, what they call half brush. I do use a smaller one, and it's like this one right here. This one needs to be cleaned. I just got done using it, but it needs to be cleaned. But that one is the number 8 Artist Lot brush. I got it at Michael's. But for this video, I'm going to just demonstrate how I do it in here. So I just dip it in, and I just take it, and I just dab it off. I don't want a lot on here. I don't want to warp this. I just want the color to come through. So the best way for me to do it is I like to pull towards me. So I just kind of go down like that. And let that dry. And that's what you got to do. You got to put it in, let it dry, and then come back. I have it braced pretty good, but I don't want to warp it. Alright, we're going to let these sit like that for a minute. And I probably will put a second coat on these, but... And I'm just lightly going over it. I'm barely touching. I'm letting it pull from the brush. So I pull from the brush. Pull down, pull down, pull down. And I'm not caring if I get every aspect right at first, because I'm going to do another coat. And I'm just emptying the brush just to get everything covered. And it doesn't really matter if you get it all, but on this layer I like to, you know, at least get one coat all the way across everything pretty even. And now I'm going to go back and do that again. I don't need, and this time I really don't need a whole lot because I've already got the first layer done. So now I'm just going to come down. There, that one's done. Okay guys, sorry, my phone went weird there for a second, so I had to jump back in. So anyway, we're doing the base coat here, driftwood, and on the second coat I like to randomize it like I did over, you know, just add a little bit darker here, there. That way it has a little bit of a different age all over the building. But typically I only do 2 coats. And they're each very thin coats. And I'm not adding a whole lot at one time. And that is why I don't get a lot of warping, and I don't touch it. Because if you touch it, it just pools right onto it, and that's where you start to get your warping. So I just go over it. I do a full brush, boom, boom, like I'm doing right now. And then this is what I'll be doing to all the pieces. And that's how I'm weathering it. And some will look darker. Yeah, I got it. Now I'm gonna let it fully dry, and that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Then what I'll do is I will take my colors, and I will do a very, very light dry brush and do it in layers. And being it's an older thing, with the red, this is all going to be red. I am going to be very careful with making sure that I can allow the driftwood to show through. And then I'm also going to do the same with the white on my trim. Everything will get this driftwood and everything else. So let's take it before we go ahead and end this. Let me close the lid on this bottle. Oh, and I know I said white. There's a lot of white out there. I'm using Handy Art Titanium White. So here is a glance. Whoops. Here's a glance at that with driftwood. How the pieces are turning out. And here's the other one. I think they're really starting to turn out. And the other pieces are going to turn out just as good. And that is pretty much it for today. That's an update on where I'm at, what I'm doing with this kit. I mainly wanted to do a light review today, like I said. So again, Frank, it works. For me, it may not work for you. The light you posted that you wanted to update is a lot like my desk lamp I have right here. And I just have a bright white light LED bulb in it. It works, but I needed something to spread my light out more. And so I got this bar light desk lamp, and it works. But, you know, if you want more light, this one would not be it. It's more light for me, because right above me, there's no lighting around except for around the corner in the hallway and across the room. So this is it. This is, other than the light coming through the window, this light you see is all I have. So now I have a well-lit area that's balanced when I do things. So we're moving in the right direction, one thing at a time. So we'll see you guys sometime during this next week. Kind of give you an update. I'm kind of hoping to get all the pieces painted and maybe get the trim this next week. I'm going to be working on getting, it won't take me long to paint the walls. That's easy. That's a quick thing. That's all to do. But this next week I'm working on is I got to do the corner post and the trim for from both of the kits, so that I can have all my pieces ready to go. And then when at that point, we'll come back and I'll show you where we're at and update you. And then from there, I will probably start assembling windows and doors, and getting those on. And then the last thing will eventually be just assemble everything, and then get the rooftops on and the accessories to the roofing. So yeah, that's kind of where we're going. I'm excited to see how this is going to come out on the other end. So we're good to go. So till next time, guys, you guys have a wonderful week and have a safe and hopefully not too hot work week next week, those who do have to work. Righty, we'll see you on the next episode. Stay tuned for more.